Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, I'm recording this later than I wanted to in the day, but I don't care, I'm going to do this because I'm committed, and I'm sitting on one of my toy arrows. My bad. Yes, I said toy arrows, please don't take this video down. See, YouTube, it's fake. I'll show you. It's fake, it's rubber. Don't worry. Can't hurt anyone. Anyways. I had decided I watched this movie, Spider-Man 2.1. It's not just the standard Spider-Man 2. I would have watched this on Netflix, like the original movie on Netflix, but this is like the only Spider-Man movie I got. Literally, sadly, I'm wanting the Spider-Man 1, 2, the both amazing Spider-Man movies, and the Into the Spider and No Way Home. So pretty much what Spider-Man 2.1 is, it's Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2, just with a little bit longer. It has some deleted scenes in it, so that one makes the 2.1 so special. So essentially, this movie, Peter Parker, I didn't realize. Well, before I get to Peter Parker, I had watched Spider-Man 2 a lot growing up. And I never realized until I watched it again recently, being today, but the time I'm recording this being the 16th of February, that the intro to this Spider-Man movie, like the imagery, some of it is recaps of what happened in the last Spider-Man movie. I thought it was only Spider-Man 3 who did the recaps in the opening crawl. No, this crawl does it too, with I'm happy about. I guess I just never paid attention whatsoever. I just was when I was a kid jamming to the Spider-Man theme song, because I gotta admit, this is catchy and iconic. And when we meet up with Peter in the movie, things are not going as well in his life as, well, he has hoped. In the last movie, he chose to not be with MJ, even though he really wanted to, because I'm Spider-Man, and I can't be with the love of my life, because it's too dangerous to bring in anyone that I care about into the fold, even though I live with my aunt, kinda. Anyways. So, he did, essentially, Peter deals with MJ and how, like, he is I think part of him regrets pushing her away in the last movie, because yeah, he really wants to be with her, he really does love her, and he pushed her away to protect her. And in this movie, he also finds out that Mary Jane is seeing someone. Being so happens to be J. Jonah Jameson's son, who is an astronaut. Which I'm kind of surprised that this movie didn't have Venom in it, or at least teased Venom in any way. Like, it would have been a good movie to at the very least tease Venom. Like, with, like, Dr. Connors at least saying, hey, I'm doing this side project where I'm working with the government, and when J. Jonah Jameson's son landed to Earth, there was this mysterious goo, and we're researching it. Would have been, or say something like, I hope nothing else came from when Jay's son landed. Would have been a nice tease to Venom. At least I'm sorry, tease, because Venom was one of the two villains in the next movie, even though Venom was only in the next movie for like 10 whole seconds, practically, without even having his name dropped. Like, what the heck? Anyways, so Peter Parker, like, he realized, like, okay, Mary Jane's kind of moved on. She is engaged. She's married. He promised to go to one of her plays, but wasn't able to because he was on his way. He was busy Spider-Maning, and then when he got there, the front, like, the guy, the usher, I think it's called, didn't let him in. And he, to be fair, the usher was kind of a snob. And I like how, like, they got the actor who played the usher. He was also the wrestler announcer in Spider-Man 1, the usher in here, and the guy who was the French dude who was trying to help Peter pop the question notes to MJ in the next movie. He also was in, like, the narrator for the Tobey Maguire games, so that was nice. And so on top of him dealing with Mary Jane and her being unnecessarily complicated and in this movie, and I can't get that she's upset with Peter for missing out on her play. I can understand that butthurt, but she was an unnecessary dick to him in the movie. She really was, and I felt so bad for Peter. Like, I remember seeing this in theaters, and after rewatching this today, being the 16th of February, which I will upload this later on a later date, I still want to give Peter Parker a hug, because I really felt bad for the dude. Because I get it. Be mad at him, sure. But he didn't deserve the hell that you put him through, MJ. At least not nearly as long. Like, okay, maybe don't talk to him for like a day. But my goddamn woman. And so essentially, and he's dealing with, like, Harry Osborn still can't let him go of his father's death. And the guilt of essentially not telling, like, the guilt of being there. Like, he feels guilty for Uncle Ben's death. And so, like, oh yeah, and he gets let go of his job, too, so. Which, like, not the Daily Bugle job, but he was a pizza delivery dude. And, so, essentially, like, he comes home, and he gets greeted by Harry, Mary Jane, and Aunt May. At this point in the movie that I'm referring to, this is before Mary Jane gets pissy with Peter. And so Peter has a small birthday celebration, and Aunt May gives Peter $20, and Peter says, I can't take this. You're getting your house taken. I can't take this. And Aunt May, this is like the only time in the Spider-Man trilogy that Aunt May snapped, really. And she says, you can take, and you can and you will take this money, god damn it. And it reveals that she is also going through some, like, it's nearly 2 years at this point in the movie since the events of Spider-Man 1. And she feels guilty about Ben Parker's death. And she tells Peter if she convinced Ben to not drop or pick Peter up from the library, then she would have that maybe they would have had they could have been there together. Since it's like 2 years away after the events of Spider-Man 1, I would think that Peter Parker was like 18 in Spider-Man 1 when they graduated. Like, um he was like the age of 18 in Spider-Man 1, so like in this movie he has to be 20. That's my guess. And so Peter also is failing his science class that Dr. Connors is professor. I have to say, I would have like loved to have seen what Sam Raimi has would have done if he could have brought what he would have done with Dr. Connors being the lizard. I would have loved to have seen that take. Would have loved. Um. So it's like Peter is planning to write a paper on Dr. Otto Octavius. Harry actually introduces Otto Octavius to Peter Parker. They talk about the whole fusion uh, project that Otto is doing, and Peter is worried that maybe Otto has a miscalculation, which Otto says, "Yeah, come to the by the showcase tomorrow. You'll see. Nothing. I didn't miscalculate." And Peter was right. Otto Octavius miscalculated. And at this point, like, when he miscalculated, he already has the mechanical arms. And the showcase goes wrong, killing Otto's wife, not disabling the inhibitor chip that was on him, which the inhibitor chip allowed him to keep control of the arms, besides the arms taking control of him. And Spider-Man comes in, Peter Parker leaves, Spider-Man comes in, saves Harry, and Harry said, "This doesn't change anything." And essentially, like, Spider-Man helps defuse the situation fast. And so, like, next time we see Otto Octavius was at this bank. And I do like what, before we go to the bank pit, I do like the whole naming scene, because we go to the Daily Bugle, JJ says, "We need a name for this guy." And the assistant did say Dr. Octopus, but JJ says, "It's crap." Later on, he did say Doctor Strange. And JJ said, "It's good, but it's taken." And I gotta say, it's after watching No Way Home, I can't that line won't resonate the same anymore. Because I will always have to think of um No Way Home, especially like when Otto said lectures Peter about being brilliant but lazy in Dr. Connor's class, and Peter says in this movie, "I am trying." Or what's the line that Peter says to Otto? Peter says, "Trying to do better." I literally had to like watch there like the scene where Peter and Otto reunite in No Way Home to remember. I'm dumb. And then the power of the sun in the palm of my hand. I cannot feel those lines the same way anymore. I'm sorry. I wish I reviewed these movies like last year. Or like before No Way Home. I'm dumb, okay. So where did I leave off? Because I know I went past the lecturing bit. Alright, so Dr. Octopus wakes up. There's this like little horror thing where the doctor's trying to surgically remove the tentacles off of Doc Ock. In this horror type film like scene, Doc Ock like pretty much kills the doctors, and he says, "I need money," which leads to the bank scene, and Peter and Aunt May are there trying to like help May's financial situation, and May that's when like Doc Ock tries to open the safe, throws it conveniently towards Aunt May's and Spider-Man's direction. Spider-Man goes so it can be Spider-Man, and Doc Ock and Spidey dukes it out at the bank. Later, like, and in this fight, Doc Ock takes Aunt May, climbs off this building like a octopus. Spider-Man comes and let her go, give her to me. Doc Ock lets her go, so Butterfingers, and they pretty much have a fight between like, let Aunt May die, let Aunt May live, pretty much fist fight, and Spider-Man gets knocked into the building across, which I don't think is a bank anymore. And as Spider-Man is trying to slingshot himself to say like kick Doc Ock so he can release Aunt May, he like one of his like tentacles like pretty much goes like shows the little tidbit. Sorry, I showed my lightsaber, but tidbit like sharp thing to kill Spider-Man, and Aunt May potentially being the most badass that we probably will ever see her until like No Way Home. Like says, "How rude!" Takes her cane or whatever she has in her hand, which I think is like either a cane or an umbrella. I think it's an umbrella, and whacks Doc Ock on the back of his head and said, "Yes, you go, girl. Yes." Like I said, that has to be the most badass we'll see of Aunt May until Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Debatably. Because everybody even sitting through the theaters said, no. Did Aunt May just hit Doc Ock? Yeah! So I have to admit that scene was pretty badass. And then Spider-Man saves Aunt May. Doc Ock escapes. As Spider-Man is swinging away, there's like these two teenage girls. Two, maybe three teenage girls. So Russ Spy says, "Spider-Man, save me! I know you technically need saving, but I want you to save me. Please save me." Like, I might be oversaturating their response, but they all said, "Spider-Man, save me!" It's like, as attractive as you ladies may be, because credit where credit's due, those girls are attractive. I'm not into them, especially since they're older than me. But by a few decades, they're probably in their 40s now. My limit is like 34 of me like dating, 34, 35 of me dating. I don't mind dating older people. God damn it. Especially since people in my age range tend to be a bit of a hot mess. Let's be real. Anyways, so Spider-Man goes and essentially Peter goes to this celebration ceremony for JJ's son, and he interacts with MJ, saying, like, tries to win her over essentially, and she says, "Too late, fuck off," pretty much. And we see this part where the next part is with Spider-Man swinging. He loses his powers, and Peter goes to the doctor to get it checked out, and says to the doctor, says, do what makes you happy. Maybe it's just what you need to get essentially perspective on life. So Peter's okay with not having powers. He has this hallucination, like head space, like in his imagination, goes into his own head, and he sees Uncle Ben, and he tells Uncle Ben, "I'm sorry, Uncle Ben, but I can't honor your memory anymore. Not like this. I gotta focus on me and not be Spider-Man anymore." Throws his Spider-Man costume like trash, and we see him just enjoying life as Peter Parker, and we see that the Bugle got Spider-Man's costume, and we get this scene where JJ is in the Spider-Man outfit doing it is a hot mess. I don't think that was in the original version of Spider-Man 2. I think that was like one of the deleted scenes, if memory serves me right. It's been such a while since I've seen the original version of Spider-Man 2, like the theatrical cut. So I don't remember exactly all the scenes that were in the theatrical cut and which ones were just the deleted scenes. But the next part, which I believe is MJ and one of her friends that was in the play, I know that's a deleted scene that made it into the 2.1 movie. And how, like, her friend was saying, yeah, you, are you sure you love this person, JJ's son? And MJ say yeah, and her friend gives her a lecture about how love is, and yeah isn't the answer, and pretty much the answer is, I can't live without him. He's pretty much, I'm quoting the Flash in this case, the Arrowverse version, that he's my lightning rod, pretty much. And she said, what about that kiss that you had? And Mary Jane said, that's just a fairy tale. And that her friend was saying, so what's wrong with believing in fairy tales, huh? And then, we see, and I might be jumping around throughout the movie, but, like, there's this burning building, and, actually, no. I don't think the burning building scene happens quite yet. I actually think it does before the other part I was going to say. So I'm going to go with the burning building because that's on my mind. So, there's this burning building scene. Because I guess, Sam Raimi wanted a burning building scene, kind of like how the first movie had it. So, without his powers, Peter goes in, tries to save this kid, goes out successful, but sadly someone died. And I think at this time, like, he went to Mary Jane's play, and she was shocked. Peter's hints at the fact that he has a thing for Mary Jane, but Mary Jane wouldn't listen. She kind of freaks out. And Peter says, I'm different. And by the end of the conversation, Mary Jane acknowledges that Peter's different. And, so, like, Peter, after the burning building scene, we see Peter kind of going through, depression a bit, being down. And then one of his neighbors offers him cake and milk. And he said, yeah, that'd be nice. And so then we get, like, she gives Peter a message from Aunt May saying she, I guess, wants him to go around the house. Or some update, which, like, next scene we see Peter at Aunt May's. And she's packing because they gave, like, the rent company, the mortgage company, whatever, gave her a week. But Aunt May said, screw it, I need to move on. So Aunt May is packing, and one of the neighborhood kids is helping her pack, and named Henry. And Henry asks Peter, where is Spider-Man? We haven't seen him in a while. And Peter says he quit. And then Aunt May goes on this little speech about everybody loves a hero. They inspired the best out of us, and that's what Henry needs. That's what Spider-Man is, and it makes me always like wonder. Even when I saw this in theaters, does Aunt May know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man? I mean, she must have her suspicions, right? Or it's like this conversation must have been like like her alluding that I know you're Spider-Man without actually letting her Peter really know verbally. I know you're Spider-Man, honey. You know, type deal. And so we see Peter run off this like on this roof, jumping, trying to get his powers back, and he gets kind of cocky, saying, "I'm back! I'm back!" This wasn't so dark, because then you guys could see my Spider-Man story a bit more. But well, then he drops, and his back hurts, and essentially we see Doctor Octopus getting like his setup ready because he's trying to grasp the power of the sun again, and he goes to Harry Osborn, and Harry says, "Bring me Spider-Man. You want to know where Spider-Man is? Go find my friend Peter. But don't hurt Peter." And so essentially, Mary Jane calls Peter to have lunch with her. She, I guess it's lunch, or just me out of this restaurant, which I thought it was lunch. And she apologizes to Peter because she was kind of a dick the last time we saw each other, which I can respect that, but I still feel so bad because this girl puts Peter through so much hell, especially in Spider-Man 2 and 3. But, like, in this movie was completely her choice. In the next movie was partially because she was scared for Peter's life because Harry threatened her. But that I'll get into that in the next review, being my Spider-Man 3 review. So Peter Mary Jane asks Peter if he loves him. He says no, which is a lie. We all know that's a lie. Then Mary Jane says, "Kiss me. I want to make sure of something." And then that's when Peter has just jumped in to save her. Doc Ock comes in, says, "Find Spider-Man, or otherwise, I'm going to kill your girlfriend." And it turns out like the reason why Peter lost his spider powers is because he was doubting himself. He was too much doubt. The existential crisis that Peter referred to in No Way Home, yeah, he was going through in this movie with the job loss, dealing with the hell that Mary Jane was putting him through, the guilt of Uncle Ben, and probably like constantly worrying if Harry's going to find out that he was Spider-Man, and worried about his class and how he might fail his class of Dr. Connors. Yeah, all of that will play a contributing factor in him losing his powers, but as soon as Mary Jane gets kidnapped, he gets his powers back. And how we know is he has his glasses on. Everything's kind of blurry. Takes it off, clear, blurry, clear, drops his glasses, all badass like, makes a fist, and frowns. Steals his spider suit back from the Daily Bugle. Has this epic fight that starts on this like clock tower that goes to the this train. And this fight in the entire movie is my favorite fight, period. When this fight came along, I watched this like 2-3 times. That's how much I love this fight. Even back then, when I first saw this in theaters, I loved this fight. I was mad I didn't have the DVD. I was so happy when we got the DVD, which I think we got like the original version of Spider-Man 2 before we got before the 2.1 was released. And so I'm surprised that I didn't make this DVD skip. I'm genuinely surprised. And so and then Doc Ock breaks the control panel, says you got train to catch, jumps off the train. Peter has to do this webbing thing, and sorry anymore. And like part of his like spider suit rips and heals itself. Like the spider suit and himself like gets healed. And that's like that's always been a joke between me and my brother and sister. Like he must have had like Wolverine powers. Even his suit must have had Wolverine powers. Something along those terms. So I sorry Nemo. Am I too loud? Nemo is right here. Am I too loud? Okay. And so like that was always the part of the joke of the movies. How can he heal? Like, how can he get cut? His like part of his suit gets ripped open, and then his suit and his cut gets healed. Like literally a few seconds later. So he passes out. His mask is off. Everybody knows who he is. And I like to say that early in the movie, when he was going to Mary Jane's play, when he was stopping this car chase, he takes his mask off, letting pretty much everyone know that what he looks like underneath the mask. Peter! What the fuck, man? You wear a mask for a reason. You don't want people to know that you're Peter Parker. Maybe when you're in public, as in the Spider-Man costume, leave that mask on if possible. Might get hot. At least take it up to the rooftops if you're going to take it off, or go to the bathroom in the urinals, or where that accept the toilets, not the urinals, to take the mask off. Doing too much, Peter. So, anyways, and like there are two kids that gave Peter his mask back, and they promised him that they won't tell anyone. And some of the adults, like, you know, some of them was going to tell. I trust the kids. The adults, I don't trust. Some of the adults I don't trust. Let's be real. Some people have big mouths. Some people cannot hold a secret. My father can't. One of my childhood best friends, who is like really like me and them are like really close in age. Yeah, he can't keep a secret. I learned that quick. A few people can't. There are some people in the world that cannot hold a secret. I don't trust some of those adults. So Peter puts his mask off. Dr. Octopus returns, knocks Peter out, or Spider-Man out, brings him to the Osborn mansion, lays him on this bed, takes the vibranium or iridium, whatever it's called, and goes. I think it's called iridium because vibranium is Wakanda. And then Harry says, "I'll light this up so YouTube will know I'm not. This isn't real." And he says, "First I'll unmask you, then you'll die." Unmask Spider-Man in surprise of it being Peter. Peter says, "Yeah, Doc Ock, he's crazy. He got MJ. I need your help. Where is he?" And Spider-Man essentially rescues MJ. At the end of the fight, convinces Doc Ock to help him power down the machine, which causes to like collapse the structure, drowning in the river. Doc Ock goes because he refuses to die like a monster, being the only Spider-Man villain that went out like a hero. Sandman, in the next movie, spoiler alert to Spider-Man 3 if you guys haven't watched Spider-Man 3. Like, he's a villain that's not really a villain. And it's the only Spider-Man villain that was able to escape alive and was considered to be a good guy. And then No Way Home happened, and it like makes him like a good guy first, want to be a bad guy for a moment, turn good guy again. Yeah, just go watch my Spider-Man 3 review when I release it next month. I might have to do a No Way Home review. With the amount of times I've been referencing it in this video, I might have to do a No Way Home review. And, Mary Jane finds out that Peter's Spider-Man, and Peter says, in case we die, I do love you, even though I said I didn't. And then they would swing away. Peter says, I can't be with you because I'm Spider-Man. And then Mary Jane and her fiancé reunite as Spider-Man swings away. We get a scene with Harry hearing a laugh. Turns out Harry is hallucinating. And he sees his father. Says he throws a sigh at this glass. And this is the scene where Harry finds out that his father was the Green Goblin. And how, this scene also serves as setup for Harry taking on the Goblin role. But in the next movie, Harry isn't the Green Goblin. Harry's not the Hobgoblin. Harry is known as the New Goblin in Spider-Man 3, which, when I first saw Spider-Man 3, I thought that was so cool. Oh my god! New Goblin! That's such a cool name. In 2008, I was or 7, I was 10. 9, 10. So I did not have high expectations. Now as an adult, I said, you could have done better, Sam Raimi. New Goblin. Call one with the Scattered Goblin, the Goblin Knight, or just Goblin. But New Goblin is not the best. Or the Dark Goblin, or the Shadow Goblin. I'm not saying all these names are good, but something better than New Goblin. Or something else than New Goblin, please. Yeah, that's scene is a setup for Peter or Harry being the new Goblin. And so then we see the church that Mary Jane's gonna get married at. We see the groom, pretty much everyone there, and even Harry's there at the wedding. And oh yeah, before I get that, there was this one part where at the ceremony where they honored Mary Jane's fiance, Harry was drunk, and there was this one part where Harry saying, "I'm getting pissed off. You're protecting Spider-Man, but now you're beside with me." Harry slaps Peter twice. I swear to God, when I first saw it, Peter was gonna punch Harry because the way he looks, bitch, please do that one more time. Hit me one more time, you motherfucker. I swear to God, hit me one more time. That was the type of look that Peter had. Which I'm happy that Peter didn't, because that probably would have landed him in jail or fired. I highly doubt it would be jail, because it'd be a Spider-Man movie. But fired for sure. But, or probably be fired, I don't know. But, yeah, we see the wedding music. Everybody's looking to see when Mary Jane comes. Her best friend that was giving her the lecture about love comes out, gives JJ's son a note, which we logically expect Mary Jane to say, like, what it will say is that, I'm sorry, I can't go through with this. You're a good guy, but I am in love with another. And essentially, we see Mary Jane running to Peter's apartment to confess that I love you, Peter. I always loved you. I've always been your doorstep. Now kiss me, tiger. And then they have this makeout moment until they hear like sirens. And then Mary Jane says, "Go get them, tiger." And then Peter puts on his Spider-Man outfit and does that heroic swing. Which I'm sad that we didn't get in the end of Spider-Man 3, but so like this was like a really heroic scene. Like heroic scene. Really, it's really cool to see Peter doing this swing. Something about when Spider-Man movies does the ending where they have where Spider-Man swings. It's a classic. I don't care which version. I don't care if it's like Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, or whoever's Spider-Man at the time. Having a swing towards the end of the movie, at the end of the movie, is like iconic and just it's something. It's iconic. I want to see it. It's a need of mine to like. Okay, part of me critiquing this movie is, are they going to do that final swing, which is a trend since Spider-Man 1. And so and Mary Jane, it just ends with Mary Jane looking out the window. So I think this is a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I really loved reliving my childhood. Even though Spider-Man 3 is my favorite just because of the emo dancing bit. I'll admit Spider-Man 3 is the weakest. But that's my favorite just because of the emo dancing scene. But even though Spider-Man 3 is my favorite, Spider-Man 2 is debatably the best Spider-Man movie out of the trilogy. And if you guys haven't watched the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I highly recommend you doing so. It was definitely a wonderful ride to it was definitely wonderful to get to relive my childhood. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies came out as I was like a kid, so like it's just said, it was awesome reliving my childhood. And like everybody does a good job acting. I just feel bad for Peter because, oh my god, Mary Jane was an ass to Peter. Like, I get you were mad at him for a bit. My god, you were so freaking hard on him. Unnecessarily hard. I get it. He missed your play. It wasn't his fault. He was busy doing all his responsibilities. That the dude explained before being that much of a dick to the dude. God damn it. Anyways, what do you guys think about this movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you beautiful people later. Later, taters.